Most gardeners, end up wasting coffee grounds and eggshells by just dumping them into the compost and waiting months for any results, all while pouring synthetic fertilizer on top because they figure those scraps are just too slow to matter. But honestly, that's backwards. When you process and apply coffee and eggshells the right way, they can actually accelerate biological activity in your soil faster than most of those bagged fertilizers ever will. Used the wrong way, they just compact your beds, lock up nitrogen, and barely move the needle. But used right, they can totally change how your soil performs within just a few weeks. If you care about results, and not just following gardening trends, you should definitely subscribe to the Farm Logic channel. This is where we test things in real beds, real containers, and real hydro systems, not just theory. Here's what most people, I think, misunderstand about speed in the garden. Fertilizer feeds plants directly, but coffee and eggshells, they actually feed the soil ecosystem. And when that soil ecosystem wakes up, nutrient cycling speeds up across the entire root zone. That's where the real acceleration happens. I've seen beds treated properly with this coffee eggshell strategy outperform synthetic fed beds by mid-season, not because they had more nitrogen, but because they had a lot more active biology. Coffee grounds contain roughly 2% nitrogen by volume, along with trace magnesium and potassium. But that nitrogen isn't instantly available. It's organic. Microbes have to process it. And honestly, that's exactly the point. When you incorporate coffee grounds at the right ratio, about 1 part grounds to 9 parts existing soil or compost, you create a microbial surge. In a 4 by 8 foot raised bed, that works out to roughly 1 5-gallon bucket of used grounds, spread thinly and mixed into the top 4 to 6 inches of soil. When I tested this in 2 identical beds growing tomatoes and bush beans, the coffee-amended bed showed darker leaf color and thicker stem growth by week 4. The difference wasn't dramatic at first. By flowering stage, it was obvious. The soil in that bed held moisture more evenly and roots were denser when I pulled a plant for inspection. Now, let's talk eggshells, because this is where most people get lazy. Throwing crushed shells straight into the soil and expecting calcium availability is a slow game. Large pieces can take years to break down. If you want faster results, you need to change the particle size. I dry shells completely, then bake them lightly at about 120 to 150 degrees Celsius for 20 minutes. That makes them brittle. After that, I grind them into a fine powder, almost like flour. That powder matters. The finer the grind, the greater the surface area, and the faster soil acids and microbes can convert that calcium carbonate into plant-usable forms. In a standard backyard bed, I use about 1 cup of powdered eggshell per 10 square feet and blend it thoroughly into the root zone before planting heavy feeders like tomatoes, peppers, or squash. When used together, coffee stimulates microbial activity and eggshells provide a slow-release calcium buffer. The biological activity from the coffee actually helps break down the calcium source more efficiently. That's the synergy most gardeners miss. Here's how I apply this in different systems. In in-ground vegetable plots, I start by loosening the top 6 inches of soil. I incorporate compost first, about 1 inch across the surface. Then I mix in coffee grounds at no more than 10% of the organic material volume. Finally, I blend in powdered eggshell evenly. After watering deeply, I let the bed sit for 7 to 10 days before transplanting. That short waiting period allows microbial populations to stabilize and begin nutrient cycling. In raised beds, moderation is even more critical. These systems are contained environments. Too much fine organic matter can compact the soil and reduce oxygen flow. I limit coffee grounds to 5 to 7% by volume and make sure I physically blend them rather than layering them. Eggshell powder stays around 1 cup per 10 square feet, never more unless soil tests show calcium deficiency. And this is where measurement separates serious growers from guesswork gardeners. You cannot claim something is supercharging your garden if you're not monitoring moisture, pH, and temperature. I use a 4-in-1 soil meter regularly to track how these amendments are affecting the root zone. The Yamron 4-in-1 soil moisture meter measures soil moisture percentage, pH, temperature, and even sunlight intensity. When I started using coffee more aggressively, I noticed moisture retention increased slightly. Without a meter, I might have overwatered. The digital display makes it easy to see what's happening 4 inches below the surface, which is where it counts. It runs on 4 AAA batteries, has a backlit screen, and gives readings in about 10 seconds. I typically test 5 spots in a bed and average them, especially for pH. If you want to grow based on data instead of assumptions, the link to that meter is in the description. Back to the soil mechanics. One common myth is that coffee grounds make soil overly acidic. Used grounds are close to neutral, typically between 6.5 and 6.8. The acidity largely washes out during brewing. I've measured beds before and after application and rarely seen more than a 0.1 to 0.2 pH shift when applied at correct ratios. The bigger risk is compaction, not acidity. Another myth is that eggshells instantly prevent blossom end rot. Blossom end rot is often a watering inconsistency issue, not a simple calcium shortage. However, ensuring a steady background supply of calcium through finely powdered eggshell does improve structural cell integrity in fruiting plants. In my tomato trials, plants grown in beds amended with powdered eggshell and stable moisture showed fewer fruit defects compared to control beds without the amendment. In container gardening, scale everything down. In a 5-gallon grow bag, I mix 2 tablespoons of coffee grounds into the top layer and 1 teaspoon of powdered eggshell at planting. Containers magnify both benefits and mistakes, so you'll want to monitor moisture closely. Coffee can increase water retention slightly, so irrigation frequency may need adjustment. Now let's address hydroponics, because serious growers often operate across systems. You never add raw coffee grounds or eggshells to a hydro reservoir. That's asking for clogged pumps and biofilm. What you can do is use filtered compost tea, where coffee grounds make up about 10% of the compost input. Brewed for 24 hours with strong aeration and strained thoroughly, this can inoculate cocoa or peat-based systems with beneficial microbes. For calcium supplementation, powdered eggshell can be reacted with vinegar to create a calcium acetate solution. Once bubbling stops, dilute heavily, about 1 tablespoon of the solution per gallon of water, and use as a supplemental drench, not a primary nutrient source. In hydro, precision matters even more than in soil. The speed advantage of this coffee eggshell approach comes from microbial acceleration. Instead of dumping soluble salts that spike and fade, you're increasing the engine that drives nutrient cycling continuously. Within 3 to 4 weeks, you'll notice improved leaf color, stronger stems, and more consistent moisture retention if your ratios are right. But here's the trade-off. Too much coffee can push fungal dominance. That's excellent for fruit trees and perennials, less ideal for fast annual greens that thrive in more bacterial-dominant soils. If you're growing lettuce and spinach, stay conservative. If you're building long-term soil for berries or orchard crops, you can lean slightly heavier into coffee inputs. Serious gardening isn't about copying tips, it's about understanding interactions. Coffee feeds microbes, eggshell buffers calcium and stabilizes pH. Together, they create a more resilient root zone that responds faster than fertilizer alone. If you found this useful, subscribe to the Farm Logic channel. Share this video with another grower who's tired of chasing miracle products and wants to build soil that actually performs. Better soil means better food, and better food starts with practical knowledge applied the right way.